Hi everyone, it's Gail, and I am here with the Christmas Craft Off 24 collaboration through Rach and Bella Crafts. We have this beautiful kit to work with. Nostalgic Noel is what it's called. And there's like 60 channels, 2 each day through November that are participating. So that's really fun. There's lots of new people to watch. So if you search hashtag Christmas Craft Off 24, you'll find them as you go. So there's, like I say, 2 a day, and the channel that is working with me today is called Precious Memory Boxes JJ. So you might want to check her out too. And our assignment is rustic Christmas tags. So that's what we're up to today. We're gonna make some tags. I'm gonna make one that I made years ago, and I've had a few requests for. We're gonna do that first to make sure we get that done. But then I have all sorts of stuff to work with to make some rustic, maybe borderline grungy tags. So these are the lovely papers, and I'm not going to show them all. I think if you go to Rach and Bella Crafts, she has probably shown them, but it's huge. So there's papers, there's fussy cuts, there's background 1 and background 2, and so just gorgeous papers to play with. So this is background 1. They've got a little bit of a grungy feel to them. Actually, they both do. They both are see, a little bit distressed looking, but look at the one with the deer. Isn't that cool? Yeah, so anyway, just wanted to kind of introduce you, and we'll be playing with those along the way. I did, however, do a little fussy cutting ahead of time for this first tag that we're going to do. And I fussy cut a Christmas tree and these cute little girls, little elves. Okay, so this is a parchment tag. And when I've done them before, I've always used napkin rather than the fussy cuts, but it's going to work with the fussy cuts too. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to cover this tag with we're going to cover it with this baking paper. This is parchment paper that I fussy cut on. I think I'm just going to see if I can just kind of outline. It's been so long since I've made these, to be quite honest. I don't remember exactly how I did them, but I think we'll be close enough. All that to say, I think we'll be close enough. So let's just cut this piece of parchment paper up this way. Ooh, cuts really nicely. Isn't it cool? So grungy. Okay, so I'll set that over there. And then we are going to I'll just cut this off. Cut the sides off. Oh, shaky today. So, yeah, this is so fun. So, I want to thank Rach and Bella for inviting me to participate. It's always fun. And it's a great way to find new channels. So, all right. So there's our little grungy piece. So we're going to glue that on there, right? But we'll do that in a second, because I have a second tag here that I am going to make into a pocket. I definitely want it to be big enough to accommodate my little girls. So we'll just go something like that. Okay, so I'm going to cut that at an angle. Like right about there. Okay. And not to worry, we can make that into another pocket that's goes up like that. That'd be kind of cute, wouldn't it? Okay. So then we need a piece of parchment for that. Will this work? Oh, this is going to be so perfect. Okay, let's, so I want it like that. Let's turn it over and mark it so that we can cut it. Okay. Speaking of not letting anything go to waste, if you're doing coffee dyeing and you use a little parchment paper like I do on my, I put it on the baking sheet, and that works great. Okay, so now we're gonna glue them. Now I have used just glue stick. I don't know that I've tried using art glitter glue. Let's try it and see what happens. So I'm just gonna go around the edges here. Yeah, I got all sorts of tools out and then didn't get out my glue. Like you can do just about anything without any glue. I don't think so. Okay, and then we'll just set that on there. Okay, so far so good. Let's get our little scraper and slide that on and just make sure that it really adheres. Okay, so there's our pocket. Now we'll do this. Yeah, these are really simple, but they really do give a cool effect with that coffee dyed parchment paper. It's so crunchy and lovely. It really is. So, yeah. And then if you do it with a napkin, the napkin becomes a little bit transparent and you can kind of see through. But I think these fussy cuts are going to be super cute too. So just a little bit of a variation for me too, which is good. Okay. So as far as a rustic tag goes, if you ask me, it's all about the base. All about the base. Yeah, and just having something that's kind of, you know, rustic. Not perfect, however you want to say that. Okay, I'm just going to trim up a little. I've got a little hanging over here. Sounds like a personal problem, Gail. Yep. Oh dear. Okay, so if there's anyone new watching my channel, that's what you get here. It's a little goofiness. Okay, so those are trimmed up. That is great. So that's how it's going to go. Now I do want to distress the edges, especially of the pocket, because I want it to be super obvious. So when it comes to like grungy, I'm going to say, or rustic, if you will, I'm going to say the base, the distressing, and some roughing up of edges, all of that serves to make that kind of a style, I think. Okay. I'm not sure. We might put a little, you can kind of, now look, when I did that, you can see the hole reinforcer a lot better, so we'll go with that. Okay. The darker walnut stain is working well on that. Let's just do this side a little bit while we're at it. Okay, this might be a 2-hour video because I'm gonna have some fun with this. Okay, so little sweet pumpkins are gonna go there. I kind of feel like I want some washi tape for them to stand on. Nothing too much, but yeah, how about this little tape? I'm just gonna put it across the bottom, and I think I'll wrap it around just to make it easy. Let's put some glue on it. Okay. There we go. Let's just put that on the bottom. Maybe I want it up slightly, not very much though. Okay, and just gonna wrap that around. Okie dokie. Now let's take our little sanding disc and just sand over that. It's gonna dull it down a little bit, but it's also gonna make it really stick to the paper. Okay, so little sweet girls, I'm going to put you on there. I am going to use art glitter glue because I want to make sure they stick. Yes, I'm glad I fussy cut these ahead of time. It took me a minute to get their little legs and their little feet all cut out. So, okay. That might be enough glue. Okay, so they are going to stand right there. Oh, cute girls. Look at you. Okay, then I want the Christmas tree on the back of the tag, but I need to look at placement. Now, if I put it there, I guess what I was worried about was the presents not showing at all. But it looks like if I put it over to the side a little. Okay, I'm going to just make a little mark right here and know that that red present needs to go there. Okay. So as far as a topper, what I am thinking, what are you thinking? I'm thinking like coffee dyed muslin or sari silk or something. Maybe sari silk. We'll see here. Okay, I am being really generous with the glue because I want it to stick. Okay, so there's that. Now we're going to put this on, and by George, I think we will have got it. Okay. All right. I can't remember if there were any words in this fussy cut kit. Let's look for a quick sec. Maybe we need a word. I don't know. Or a label or something. Okay, let's just look through. Oh, we've got these little tickets. That's a bit too much though, I think. And I was a beanhead and I I printed the A4 or whatever, the European, and so I cut off some of my things. I was anxious and I got it all cut out before, or I mean I got it all printed before Rachel had put the letter sized digital out there. Got a little ahead of myself. So I'm going to lose a few things. I'm just going to cut this guy out and see how we feel about it. So, yeah. So anyway, it prints just fine if you pick your country. Oh, I was just like, no. Okay. I'm just thinking a little something right there is what I was thinking. Yeah, I think there. Okay. Let's do that. I'm going to give that a little bit of an edge. Okay, we'll put that on, and then we'll put a little topper, and we will have one tag done. And I've got a few other types I want to do. See, and then I'm going to have ephemera done for this particular journal. Okay, got some green. Green would be fine. Let's do that. Just kind of loop it through is what I'm going to do. Okay, and there you have it. A rustic looking tag. Isn't that fun? Yeah. So there is that. Now let's do something else. I was thinking, let me put my lid on my glue. I was thinking that the a recent Roxy's Weekly Challenge would work good. These two documents have really roughed up kind of edges, and I thought they would be good. And so I'm going to use those and use the backgrounds. So this one totally says rustic to me. So I'm just going to fit this up to the edge here. So I want to cut it so it can wrap around a little bit. Yeah, these are quick little projects, but these little tags, but really cute, I think. And I'm gonna do a lot of distressing to this. So okay. I was thinking of making that a pocket for a minute, but then I decided not to. Ooh, how fun is that for a scrap? Love it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is get this full of glue. Nice and gluey all the way across. Ever so gluey. Okay. And let's just line that up here. I want that grungy edge to show, and then just wrap that around. Great. Okay, let's get some. Oh yeah, that's going to make that kind of ruffled edge stand out even more. Yeah. Okay. So there's that. Now let's make it a tag shape. Like this. Okay, and then I'm gonna, once again, just really give that a good distressing on the corners, or on the edges, I mean. Let's clip that just a tiny bit. Now, I mean, I think this could go just as it is, but a person could also put a nice focal point on that front side. It's rather large though, but I don't know. Well, there are some really cute though fussy cuts that, look at these cute fussy cuts. Let's do this one. Should have probably had this all fussy cut before doing the video, but I had everything kind of stacked up and ready to go, but didn't have things fussy cut. Because I was thinking as I grabbed things out of the pile, you could see some of the other papers included with this kit. It's a great kit. Now, normally you would see more of her, but it's my fault for printing the A4. But then I'll show you, she's going to be just fine, because she is going to go over to our, she will also make us see the grungy edge more, I think. So, okay. All right, so there's that. We gotta do a little bit in here. Oh, you know what? I forgot something on the other one, but that's okay. I think it's okay without it. I have sewn around those too. Just FYI, if you want to do that. They look neat with a sewn edge too. I think on this one though, I think I've got things too close to the edge. I don't want to be sewing on the little girl. What I should have done is sewn before I put the fussy cuts on, if I wanted it sewn. So there you go. But I know a lot of folks that watch me don't have a sewing machine, so just FYI, you don't need to sew. Don't have to. Okay, we're about there. There we go. Okay. Oh my gosh, yes. Look at how cute. Yep, we're going to just put them down there. I'm not going to distress the outline because I want the outline to kind of just fade to the back. But these will be cute on there. So all the base is an old piece of ledger that is folded over. See, and so you can write on the back. That's there. I was thinking of maybe a label there, but I don't think I want one. I want the pretty pattern of the paper to show. Now, I do think I'm going to use my Euro punch and punch a little there. Okay. That doesn't go too much into the design of the paper. So there's that. How about, is this too long? I don't know. Let's see. I like the width of it for this, but I'm just thinking a little bow might be nice here. And I think I have enough to do a bow. Maybe. Oh, sweet. I love that one. That's really fun too. So far, so good. How are we doing time-wise? I should check. Oh, we are so good right now. We are so good. Yes, I love these. This is so fun. And these are going to be all done when I make the journal. That'll be fun. Okay, I picked this paper too. I thought it might be fun. It's very light colored. And yeah, I think, and very backgroundy for sure. And so what I'm thinking on this one, I do think I'm going to make a pocket down here because I want to be able to put something in there to be written on, right? So let me get this edge. Yeah, this one's even grungier. Is that a word? I don't know that it is. Okay, so how I want to do this is I want to be able to fold this up like that, right? And then I'm going to fold this over this way. Okay, and so then I want to cut up to where the folds meet, like so, because good scrap, because I can get this all gluey. So, okay. Okay, so this goes down like this. I want that ruffly edge to show as much as I can. Okay. And I'm going to fold that over. And then this part will be a little tuck. I'm going to refold it now that I've done this so it's straight. Okay, let's do some inking. This one can have, oh, let's make it a tag first. I'm just going to do a little snip, because it doesn't always have to be, you know, a shape with the two sides like that. It doesn't have to be. It's just whatever your piece informs you. Now see, we can put a fun fussy cut on this one and not lose too much pattern. Okay, so there's that. And then this side. So no writing space really, except for right there. So that's why I'm making a little pocket that can have a tag in it too. Okay. All right, so I am going to glue that up just so it doesn't give us grief. And it'll be actually more like a writing stick that goes in there than a tag, or I guess you could say tall skinny tag. Okay, I'm going to put that like that. So something can go in there. All right, so now let's pick a fussy cut to go on the front there. I would not mind, again, to use one of my ones that I chopped off. I'm going to use her. She is adorable. Nostalgic Noel on Rach and Bella Crafts. I'll link the Etsy shop below. And of course, because my life is what it is, I'm filming this ahead, so I don't have anything I can put on as far as links to other channels or anything like that. But like I say, if you search hashtag Christmas Craft Off 24, you'll find everybody. Oh my gosh, how sweet is she? I think I'm going to put her right there. And then see what kind of label-y thing we can put on there. I'm going to slide her over to emphasize this grunginess even more. Okay. And then, let's see, we had, those are small tickets. We had bigger tickets too. Let's just see. Let me get this up here where you can see too. Oh my gosh, look at these doggies. Aren't those awesome? Got little tags. Oh yeah, and I did those on cardstock. We've got some folders, kind of pockety folders. Ooh, look at all these fun things. I bet you there's something there that we could put on the top of that. Oh goodness, yes. Which one do I want? I think maybe, of course, the one in the middle is the one that I want. Okay, so this little label is going to kind of go right there, I think. And what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to distress the edges. This is a Tim Holtz distress tool. There are other off brands of distress tools too, and basically what it is it's just a razor blade in something that you can hold. So yeah, I'm just gonna give that a good roughen up. Maybe give it a little like that. And when you rough the edges, it really does grab the ink from distressing a lot more. I really want that to be kind of emphasized. There we go. Okay, so that's rusticking up a label is what that is. Okay, glue. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put that right about here. And I'm scrunching that so that that is it's sticking up a little bit. Okay, did that. Now for our tag, we had some tags here. I don't know. they very well might fit. Okay, let's use this happy little snowman because he's right on the edge. Let me put my glue lid back on. Okay, I'm just going to use this little happy snowman. He's so cute. You know what? I want to save this cardstock on this edge. For something else. You know, there again, just don't waste a thing. Okay. Let's see, little guy, if you will. And then he's rounded a little bit. First of all, let's make sure he's going to fit. Oh, he does. Good. Good, good. Okay. He does fit. I'm not going to rough up his edges just because I would worry about him catching on the pocket. So I'm just going to give him a little distress and put him there. Now I'm also wondering, do we want to put some little fussy cut right there? Let's see. Let's put an ornament. Okay, little scissors. And a little fussy cutting hint, when you're going around a circle, move your paper, not your scissors. You know me, I do love a little fussy cutting. I think this is going to be cute on there. I do love fussy cutting, but I'd like to do the whole kit at once. I'm going to do that this afternoon. Just cut this kit out. And then I have a plethora of covers, so I think I should be able to find one for this fairly easy for this. Yeah, and then you can't see quite so much that the ornaments are upside down. Okay, good. Do not need all this garbaggio. Okay. Get up here where you can see what I'm up to. Okay, then the trick is not to pull off the ribbons. Okay. So there's that little ornament on there. And there's that little tag. Had a lot going on it, but it's really fun. Okay, there's another one. We'll review at the end. Okay, the other thing I kind of wanted to show you is, let me see. I think there's bigger tags in here. Pockets, pockets, tags, tags. Okay, let's do this one because these are kind of goofed up because I did the wrong kit. So if you're doing just a tag from the digital, you can rustic it up some too. I did want to show that as well. Okay. Okay, so This is just cream colored cardstock, right? Again, let's take our distress tool. Just gonna get the edges roughed up. Now, when I put this in a pocket, I'll make sure that the pocket is big enough to accommodate the rough edges. Gosh, I have a whole other thing of, of stuff to play with. I think I'm going to run out of time before I run out of ideas here. Okay. But I did want to show you this one too. Okay, let me get my garbage up here. Makes lots of crumbs. Yeah, it really does. Okay, it'll make more crumbs when I distress it, but this is, you know, if your style is more grungy, or we could call it rustic, then just rough things up a bit. Okay, and then we'll do a little on the back too, just to make it finished. I'm going to say my sponge on my distresser doesn't love doing the distress edges, but I do. Okay, then I have my little tray of grungy bits that are fun to use, that really do say rustic. Here's some bases. We'll look at that in a minute, but I'm thinking I'll use something here for the tab. Oh yeah, let's use that. This is some rusty fabric from Piles of Paragraphs on Etsy, and it's just positively yummy. So let's just see what this will do. I mean, that's kind of a big tab. Maybe I could do it in half. I think I could. I want to tear it though, because I want it to be grungy looking. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna like that better, I think. Okay, so that, let me just scooch things over a bit. What time is it? Oh gosh, I'm so excited about all of this, but I don't want the time to end. Okay, so let's just turn on the old sewing machine. And I'm wishing I had brown thread in, but I don't, so I'm not going to worry about that. But I'm going to do messy stitching up across the top. Yeah, so just, come on, baby. Work for me here. I'm going to go to one end, and then I'm going to flip it around and just kind of wiggle it. And flip it around and wiggle it some more. Okay, just a little bit of messy stitching up there. And then I'll just show you. So see how the messy stitching just adds a little more grungy to it. Let's do a Christmas stamp up in the one corner. That's a little too small. Let's use that one. It's a little too big. I need it just right. That's what I need. How about this one? Yes, right there. We're gonna put a little postmarked, you know, it's got the stamp across it and everything. Gonna give it a little distress on the edge and pop that right there. Okay, right like that. Okay, one more done. All right, so the bases, let's just talk about that for a minute. So this is a super grungy coffee dyed, which would be a great base. Grungy guest check, that would be fun. Maybe we'll do that. This is just a digital that's been grungied up that just needs a focal point. There's another one of those. A really grungy time card. Then I've got some grunginess as far as mixed media sort of tags. This, I was thinking I could make a tag like the Rachel tags. Actually, we could prepare those too. But yeah, so the base, I think, makes a big difference. I was also going to show you, I have this file folder, and can you see how the top is it got smooshed in the mail, but it's like already grungy. So I could just make a tag base out of that and then decorate it. So yeah, I feel like your base makes a lot of difference. Okay, I want to tear this in half this way. And this is not quite 8.5, but so now for those tags like this one and this one, it's just, you know, it's just folding it over a little bit. I don't like my tags to be much more than like 3.5, and that's because they have to fit into a pocket, you know. So I am gonna just fold this over. I might take a strip off of it too, this way, and just take a strip off, and we'll use another one of the pretty papers since these are so fast to do. Okay, there's one that way. Well, we could go the other way too, couldn't we? So I think what I'm going to do is cut this in half again, fold over this burnt part. Look at how cool that is. And then fold over the burnt part of this too. And let's find some other paper. Don't mind me as I stand on my head to find a paper. Ooh, let's use this one. This is beautiful. And I'm thinking I could go this way with it. Okay, so I'm just gonna measure for a second here. And I'm just gonna tear this off. This is gonna be a tall one, but I do like a tall tag for a sideways belly band in a journal, you know. Okay, I'm going to go this way, and then the more plain side will be under there. So, and then this. Okay, so that's going to be a gorgeous tag. I'm just going to do the papers for all of them, and then we'll go from there. Look at this one. How pretty is that? Let's see, what am I doing? Gotta measure this way. Okay. Let's see, let's go this way. I'm gonna have some fun scraps to play with too, aren't I? Let's see, how do I want this? I think like that, and then it's gonna be very bright on this side with the, yeah, like that. Okay, and one more. Let's find another piece of paper, something a little different than what we've done. How about some poinsettias? I always love a little poinsettia. I want here. I think I might go there. And the beautiful thing about these is if I decide, oh, I wish I would have had this as a full sheet for something, I'll just print it again. Easy peasy. Okay. Oops. I didn't make that wrap around, but that's okay. It can be a variation. Unintended variation. Oh goodness. Yeah. So guys, you will see me work with these more because I want to do a journal with them. So yeah, you'll see me work some more with these beautiful digitals from the Rach and Bella. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Just a little, oh, I gotta do this side too. You could make this a little tuck to just glue here and here. You could do that. Look how cute that is. Okay, let's do this one. Yeah, I just love this kit. I always love everything that Rach and Bella does, though. They do a great job on their digis. Okay, and fold over this side and give this a glue. This one's nice and rustic, if you will. Yeah, that's pretty. Okay, and then this one. I think I better have a new glue sheet. That one has outlived its usefulness. And we could put little fussy cuts of some sort on the front of these. Okay, this one right there. Okay, and this needs to be glued down. Okay, so there we go with those. I think this one, I'm just going to nip the corners. a little bit. This one I'm going to make into a tag shape. And I think the tall one I'll also make into a tag shape. Just give these a little nip on the edge. Okay, and then this one, I want it to have like a long tag sort of cut. Like that. Okay. Well, there's some more bases that we have. I kind of wanted to look at the guest check, because guest checks can be tags too. Just snip them into a tag shape. That's all you got to do. This one's just a coffee dyed guest check with some gesso randomly painted on. And yeah, I betcha. Let's grab the fussy cuts. See if we find one that we think would be good on there. Oh, the little girl and the snowman. I love that. And because this is grungied up, it already looks rustic in my view. So again, I feel like it's all about the base, all about the base. Oh, she's gonna be cute on here. Okay, I don't think I need to do anything on that side. Let's give this quick cut. We'll have one more done. And a little bit different one, I feel like, in that it's on a guest check. Rustic base, lots of distressing, whether it's with the distress tool or ink. And you'll have rustic, I say. I am interested to watch my partner's videos and see what she comes up with. Isn't that what's so fun, is because, you know, everybody has their own style, their own ideas. And so on something like this, collaboration, you can just see what someone else does. And see, I'm still using these poor little creatures that I cut off because I used the A4 paper instead of. But see, now he can go right up against there, and that works great. Okay, I'm just gonna clip his little fingers in between his fingers, not his fingers. Okay, that one and that one. All right. Oh, I'm hitting my garbage can maybe about 50% of the time. I can manage it afterward. Okay, little snowman. You go right there. Oh, sweet. And then let's do another one of these. Here's a Frosty's Christmas Market. Oh, perfect. Okay. Okay. You should see my floor, you guys. All of the papers are here, there, and everywhere. Yes, perfect. Okay. And we have another one done. And it's just in time to stop. But I think I showed you, even if we didn't make tags out of some of those bases, I at least showed you why I think they would make a nice rustic tag. Okay. There we go. There. So let's check out what we did. Oh my goodness, we've got a stack. Okay, so we did some bases with just the beautiful papers from the kit. So those are ready to decorate once I get going. This is a tag out of the kit that was printed on cardstock and just roughed up to help it be rustic. This one is the ledger paper folded. This one has a pocket and a tag for writing. Oops. This one, another one of those. We've got our guest check. And we've got our parchment tag. So there you have it, guys. Rustic Christmas tags. Again, the name of the kit is Nostalgic Noel. And if you'd like to see other channels, you just search hashtag Christmas Craft Off 24. So thanks so much for being here, everyone. Thanks again to Rach and Bella for including me. Have a grateful day, everyone. Be kind always, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.